Hey everyone, it's me, the Pokemon Trainer, and today we're going to look at a add-on regarding one of my favorite anime series, manga series called Berserk. Now, since it's almost Halloween, and since this is a dark fantasy anime series, I want to review it. Berserk is an old, like, 80s, 90s anime series that came, and it's known to be, like, really dark and violent. It's about this guy named Guts who, in the beginning, he's seen as this medieval warrior who lives in this, like, realistic medieval world. And, like, he goes into conflict in these medieval battles, these medieval wars against different kingdoms after after being, like, forcefully into, like, this group of people, like, called the Band of the Hawk. Like, he was forced to go there, even though he didn't want to. And then like he and then like the main one of the main characters named Griffith sacrifices his friends to gain immortality. He becomes the main villain later on. Um, and then the only ones who survive in the entire, like, massacre or whatever, or the entire sacrifice, it was, like, the main character and his girlfriend Casca, who was one of the main characters of the story. And then this is when, like, the entire medieval, like, realistic medieval world turns into a fantasy world after. And, like, the series, and I think the worst part about this series is not only is due to the fact that the creator died before he could even finish the thing, and, like, it had been in hiatus. So, like, somebody else is still working on it now. Thankfully, thankfully somebody is working on it now. But the problem is with, like, since the illustration of Berserk was, like, known to be one of the best things ever, I highly doubt anybody else could create Kentaro Miura's work. I'm sorry if I misspelled it, butchered the pronunciation of his name. It's very hard to, like, do something like this, to be honest, and I really like this. I hope, like, I could see more later on of Berserk, but for right now, it's like I'm not aware of there being any new like, I don't know if it's out, the new volume, because it's been a couple months since I heard of the news of, like, it. Well, I don't know if it wasn't that long. It was, like, probably a month or two. I don't know how long it was since I heard the news of it being recreated, but whatever. We're just gonna take a look at this Berserk add-on, and yeah. So let me just turn it to daytime since it's getting nighttime. First, we're gonna take a look at the weapons and armor. So, like, the main character is known to have, like, this huge sword, and it's called the Dragon Slayer sword. Unfortunately, unlike, like, it gets even, like, well, he does jump high. So this sword right over here is, like, known to be, like, really long, like as long as like, I don't know if it's longer than, but, like, it's probably the same size as, like, the Cloud's Buster sword. Then we have Griffith's saber, which is like a rapier, and we have his arm cannon. He uses, like, this cannon. Oh crap! I did not know that thing. Oh my gosh! I did not know that would do that. It's because it's so laggy, this big map. So that let's do that again, but somewhere else. How about over here? So it's like, wait a minute, sir. Oh, this is a mine. Yeah, not over here. I don't want to destroy the mine. And I don't want to destroy his castle. I will just do it over here. That's awesome. Let me see if I could go to third person. Let's see if like there's any change. No, it just comes out of its mouth. So I thought that it would like he would be holding the arm cannon differently, but unfortunately not. So yeah, Guts has like this huge arm cannon that could like shoot arrows. It could shoot explosives and all that type of stuff. And he has this arm cannon, not in the beginning of the anime, but later on because like at the end when they were sacrificing like the demons or whatever they were, like monsters, like horrific monsters were sacrificing the friends. One of the monsters was biting on his hand, and he saw like Casca naked with like what Memto I think is, which is basically Griffith in armor, and he was trying to save her, so he like cut his own arm off, and that's why he has like this arm as this arm cannon, this arm thing. He has like this robot arm, is because he cut it off while he was trying to save Casca, and failed. So now let's take a look at the armor that comes with it. I just want the Dragon Slayer for now on. I don't want the... So this Guts armor, what Guts armor looks like. Femtos, not Mentos. The Memto is Femto. Femto's armor looks like. Oh, I thought it was like... I thought it was going to be breastplate. Unfortunately, it's like it's the entire thing. So now it looked like Memto. And we have his Berserker armor. Oh, it covers the entire thing. So I want to put... Let's just keep the Berserker armor. That's pretty awesome. So it's like the helmet covers the entire thing. I thought it would just been the helmet. I had to re-record it. By the way, I had to re-record this thing. Like, oh, I did not mean to spawn you. Let's kill you quickly because I did. I had to re-record this thing like a bunch of times. Because like, for many reasons. So now let's spawn the monsters. So first we have is Troll. I have it on peaceful, but for some reason, okay. Next we have is Casca, who's one of the main characters. Shirk, who's another one of the main characters. She's a mage, who you later on meet in the series. Now, I'd like to point out that I haven't actually finished the Berserk manga, so there's going to be some characters like this one, which I don't know about. The only reason I know of the ending and like is through YouTube, because there's like this YouTuber who does like a complete timeline videos of Berserk, so I highly suggest you search up on YouTube. You'll easily find the YouTuber. I think it's Tranquil Distortion or something like that. But he does these Berserk videos, and one of the videos is like an hour, like a 2-part or 3-part video. They're all an hour long. Well, I think I don't know if it's a 2-part or if it's just one whole video, but that's it does like the whole entire timeline. So that's Gambino right there. This is what Gambino looks like. Okay, let's get out of here because it's like lagging like crazy. Okay, so let's spawn some more awesomeness. Oh, but we need the other mobs things. So let me get those quickly. Gosh, what the heck are they doing to each other? I'm not aware of Casca fighting. Well, okay, let's go back. Let's do it over here then. This is like this. I found this map cannot be down. Well, I think there's a download link. Let me just make sure. So next we have is the demon skeleton. I wish you could load, please. Please load. Thank you. So next we have is the demon skeleton. The Skull Knight, who I think is one of the main characters of the story. Guts. The Skull Knight, by the way, there's Guts, the main character. Skull Knight, by the way, he's like the guy who tells Guts of a different event or something like that. I can't remember what, but he's supposed to tell like an event that's going to occur. Then we have his Griffith, the main antagonist of the series. A lot of people question whether Griffith is actually an antagonist or not, but I would say he is. Because he, like, literally, if you think about it, he sacrifices friends, but he also isn't a bad guy in the sense. So it's like, it's very hard to explain because at times, like, it's almost like Guts is the bad guy because he goes like all berserk, which is the main. He goes like all crazy whenever he sees Griffith. So sometimes it makes you question whether if like Guts is the main villain, but he's not. So, or maybe like he's an anti-villain. Like, it's very hard to describe. Maybe he's an anti-hero, man. So it's very hard to like I wouldn't know really. But anyway, let's continue on. It's just a bunch of theories that's, yeah. Next we have is Rickert. Nosferatu Zod. Let me kill this thing so I can. So I can show you who Nosferatu Zod is. That's what he looks like. Next we have his Femto, which is just Griffith in armor. And lastly we have is the Ogre. So that's it for the Minecraft Berserk add-on. It was a pretty short add-on, I know, but I just didn't feel like doing the Surf Pokemon add-on, which this was supposed to be the Surf Pokemon add-on. But seeing how I already did the Final Fantasy add-on, and I wanted to do another fantasy, which is similar to Final Fantasy. It has like the same old school medieval stuff. Just, it's more darker. But anyway, that is it for the Berserk Pokemon. The Berserk add-on. Speaking of, did you know that the original Berserk animation, like the original one, was made by Pokemon? Like the people who made Pokemon anime? I didn't even know that until until like a YouTube comment who from the first episode of Berserk stated this. Like, I was like, just like, wow, that's awesome. Like, I want to know where those like fatalities from those damn Pokemon are. Anyway, that's it for the Berserk add-on. I hope Tell me what's your favorite anime manga series. One of my favorites has to be this one, but my favorite ever has to be Fate. I love Fate. Like Fate is like first there's Fate, and then there's Overlord, and then there's Berserk, and then there's a Full Metal Alchemist. Who doesn't love Full Metal Alchemist? Like seriously, that thing is awesome. Then there's like I was never a huge fan of Cowboy Bebop. Like so many people tend to love it, but to me it's like just another James Bond. Like it's nothing special, to be honest. Like I'm not saying like the fight scenes in James Bond are pretty cool, but I mean they're nothing special. Like like it's not like a whole entire huge series where you could like constantly talk about, you know what I mean? Like it's a good movie series, and so is like Cowboy Bebop. It's a good series. It's just it's nothing special, like, to be honest. But anyway, what's your favorite manga anime series? And we'll see you guys in the next Minecraft video. Hopefully it's the Pokemon video, the Pokemon Surf Pokemon video. But we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.